Good evening and welcome to Primetime News on NTV Sport, live from the News First studios in Colombo. I'm Nadim Majid.
And I'm Krishna Panditharatna. We start off the news with a look at your headlines first.
In your headlines tonight, the Chief Justice says not informing the 2011 A-level candidates that the examination results would be released under a new system is a serious offence. Minister S.B. Dissanayake says that undisciplined university students will have their scholarships withdrawn. The acting Minister of Media says that the Shell transaction pertaining to the finance company has been halted.
Chief Justice Dr. Shirani Bandaranayake stated that not informing the 2011 A-level candidates that the examination results would be released based on a new system is a serious offence. The Chief Justice made this statement when the petition challenging the advanced level examination results was taken up in court today. The petition was filed by a group of 16 students and the Ceylon Teachers Union.
The petition was taken up before a three-judge bench comprising of Chief Justice Dr. Shirani Bandaranayake and Justices Nimal Gamini Amaratunga and K. Sri Pavan. Judge Nimal Gamini Amaratunga pointed out that the number of mistakes witnessed in the chemistry examination highlights the issues inherent in the 2011 advanced level examination. The three-judge bench, which considered the petition, gave both the petitioners as well as the respondent time till the 28th of May to provide written submissions. The bench also announced that the verdict will be delivered on or before the 30th of June.
The public was of the opinion that the disputed results were wrong. This occurred because they decided to combine the exit scores of both examinations. The students who sat for the examination were unhappy with these results. So, 140,000 students applied for recorrections. Why did such a large number of students apply for recorrection? They spent money and applied for recorrections because they were not satisfied. We hope that the students will receive some relief.
Meanwhile, also in Colombo, students of the University of Visual and Performing Arts held a demonstration opposite the University Grants Commission this afternoon. The demonstration was organised to protest against the discontinuation of the practical examination to enrol students to the University of Visual and Performing Arts, the Horana Sri Pali Mandapaya and the University of Moratuwa. This is the manner in which students at the University of Visual and Performing Arts arrived at the University Grants Commission. Students who arrived at the University Grants Commission requested an opportunity to meet the authorities to discuss the issue. A tense situation arose between the police and the students. The Chief Security Officer of the Ministry of Higher Education arrived at the location and inquired into the demands that the students had made. With the authorities not responding, the students continued their demonstration by sitting opposite the UGC. Of course, for more details on the protest which was conducted by students of the University of Visual and Performing Arts, you can log on to our award-winning website www.newsfirst.lk. You can also voice your opinions and your views by logging on to the website. The website once again, www.newsfirst.lk.
Minister of Higher Education S.B. Dissanayake says that the Mahapolo Scholarship and bursary of university students found to have engaged in illegal activities will be withdrawn. The minister expressed this view in response to a question raised by UMP MP Ravi Karunanayake. UMP MP Buddhika Patirana also raised a sub-question.
Lalit Athulat Mudali commenced the Mahapolo Trust Fund in order to provide scholarships to all students. However, we see that 5,109 students do not receive this. There's a report in a newspaper where the Auditor General's Department has said that 800 million rupees spent by the Mahapolo Trust Fund cannot be accounted for.
That scholarship was given to students from low-income families. The policy introduced by Artulat Mudali has been continued and the value of the scholarship has also been increased. Mahapola does not come under my purview. You need to raise it from the Ministry of Trade.
The Mahinda Chintana dream is that universities will be created through the private sector without allocating state funds. Can you inform us as to what measures will be taken to fulfill this dream?
Branches of reputed international universities are being set up in the country. The government is funding this.
We are aware that the universities are the best places for students to engage in politics. Has the Honourable Minister taken steps to establish a mechanism where the right of students to bear different ideas contrary to that of the government is ensured? The university administration, which was in the hands of the students, has been taken away and they are being governed by the Vice-Chancellor and the university administration. Honourable Speaker, at present students dress freely within the universities. They can go to the library without any hindrance. At present universities operate freely. However, as you mentioned and as you endorsed, those who engaged in illegal acts are being punished. They are being punished after holding a disciplinary inquiry in consultation with the Senate and the Council. This is done legally and they can present facts and file appeals. It was stated that the Mahapola scholarship of those who are punished for carrying out illegal activities will be cancelled. The Mahapola and bursary of those who are punished will be withdrawn. Now, an adjournment debate on the resettlement of internally displaced persons took place in Parliament yesterday. Presenting the adjournment motion, Tamil National Alliance parliamentarian Mave Senadiraja disputed the government's statistics on the number of displaced persons.
The
government has publicly told the international community and the United Nations Human Rights Council that only 6,000 remain to be resettled. This is totally incorrect. According to our observations, around 300,000 remain to be resettled. We were misled for a period of 1 year over discussions to reach a political solution. We were misled for 60 years, but we are still ready to hold discussions.
You know what the leader of this group used to do? They utilized the name of the tigers and killed people. Now he is behaving like a venomous snake. They went to Australia, the US, New Zealand and everywhere else on the pretext of holding discussions. But they didn't agree on finding a solution to the issue. If nobody is involved in robberies, there will be no cases. You promote robberies and then appear on behalf of them in courts. That is your profession. Don't transfer the weight of your profession onto the shoulders of our innocent people.
There
is no point in resettling them without enabling them to engage in farming activities. These people are of the view that they should work as labourers. You just take the people there, but that is not resettlement. Give them agricultural land, let them also engage in fishing, assist them in uplifting their livelihood.
அந்த மக்கள் தொடர்ந்து வாழ்வதற்கான உதவிகளை செய்யுங்கள். போராட்டம் நடக்கின்ற வேளையில் கூட அந்த இன்டர்னல் செல்ஃப் டிட்டர்மினேஷன் என்று சொல்லப்படுகின்ற அந்த உள்ளக சுயாட்சி என்று கேட்டுக்கொண்ட பொழுது
During the conflict period, the UNP rejected the idea of internal self-determination. They said that this right will not be granted to the Tamil people. But a question can be raised as to why they staged a joint May Day rally. Suresh Premachandra spoke about the people in Kokutuduvai. I personally went and resettled those people who suffered from the 30-year-long war. 95% of persons have been resettled. They have resumed their livelihood. But no one can say that they have become rich overnight. They have to build their lives from rock bottom.
அந்த இழந்த வாழ்க்கையை அவர்கள் ஒரு முற்றுமுழுதாக அடிமட்டத்திலிருந்து ஆரம்பிக்க வேண்டிய தேவை அங்கே இருக்கின்றது. அன்றே சிங்கப்பூரின் இன்று தந்தை என்று கூறப்படுற
The father of Singapore, Lee Kuan Yew, had to travel via Sri Lanka while heading to London. But now if we take a look 30 years down the line, we possess only half of the resources that are in place in airports in Singapore and Malaysia. We were ahead of Malaysia in terms of development. At the time we gained independence, we were actually in third place in Asia. But now it has changed. We have to achieve development by moving forward with the Tamil-speaking people. We missed out on this opportunity which we received through the Indo-Sri Lanka agreement. But there is nothing to miss now. Implement this. It is included in the Constitution. Hence, there is no need to hold discussions. This is included in the 13th Amendment. There is no need to discuss what has already been included in the Constitution.
அதில் போலீஸ் காணி என்ற விடயங்கள் இருக்கிறது. அரசியலமைப்பில் இருக்கின்ற விடயங்களை பேச வேண்டிய
தேவை ஒருவருக்கும் இல்லை.
The Federation of University Teachers Association of FUTA convened a media briefing today. However, it was not the kind of media briefing journalists are accustomed to.
The FUTA media briefing was to be held at a location inside the Colombo University premises. However, when journalists who were invited to cover the event arrived at the university, they were barred from entering the premises.
Right? Sorry for that. That is the kind of democracy we are having. Right? So you have to report that. Right?
As a result of this, the university lecturers had to conduct their media briefing out in the open.
The university academics are concerned about the manner in which the government is looking after the education sector. Today, we are compelled to come before an iron fence like this, media on one side and the academics on the other side, because of reactionary policies of whoever it may be, preventing the media from speaking to the academic community. If the highest qualified people of this country have no freedom to speak out about their grievances, how can the people of this country have freedom to discuss?
විශ්වවිද්‍යාල ආචාර්යවරුන්ගේ දරුවන් පාසල්
The Ministry of Higher Education has reached an agreement with the Ministry of Education on the admission of children belonging to university lecturers to grade 1. A group of our representatives met with the Minister of Education and the Secretary to the Ministry to discuss some issues which have arisen in this regard. The Secretary treated us very badly. We convened the media briefing to speak about this. The Executive Committee of the Federation of University Teachers Association convened today and agreed on treating this issue as a serious one and launched a trade union action based on this incident as well as several other incidents.
Now moving on to more local news, the General Secretary of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party, Minister Maithripala Sirisena, says that the national reorganisation programme of the party will commence on the 12th and 13th of this month. The minister stated that this programme will commence from Anuradhapura under the auspices of President Mahinda Rajapaksa.
In our task of building a democratic society, we are saddened by the fate experienced by the main opposition, which is the United National Party. We are actually disappointed by the fact that the main political parties in our country are deteriorating in this manner. Now, if we take a look at the resolution that was brought against us in Geneva, the UNP had a responsibility to work together as a nation. Everyone in the country should come to some consensus. The opposition and all political parties have a responsibility in participating in the Parliamentary Select Committee that was proposed by President Mahinda Rajapaksa.
Time now for a commercial break.
Coming up on the other side, we have the latest developments from the most recent controversy to engulf the Colombo Stock Exchange.